Yo, what is going on, guys? And today I want to talk about how the Brooklyn Nets have the most ridiculous depth when it comes to scoring and the amount of players that they can just interchange into their rotation at any given moment. And I'm not going to be talking about Blake Griffin or LaMarcus Aldridge in this video just because they've been in the news and media so much lately that I don't think they're the ones that should be talking about, because there are players on this team that deserve more credit because I feel like they have bigger roles. So hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy this type of content, and comment down below what do you think of the Brooklyn Nets roster. Let's talk about Jeff Green, who just the Charlotte Hornets dropped 21 points, hitting 5 of 12 of his three-pointers, which is amazing. For the year, he's almost shooting 50% from the field and 41% from three on 26.5 minutes, and getting 9.5 points per night, about 4 rebounds, and dishing out 1.5 assists. And what he's done in the past 10 games, he's just continued that same amount and just being consistent. He has been a consistent factor, doing a bunch of stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, such as hustle plays, grabbing rebounds that are important to give second chance opportunities, just being a good glue guy for this Brooklyn Nets team. And he's a guy that you need to have to be a championship contending team. The next guy is Bruce Brown Jr., who for the season's averaging 21.4 minutes per night, shooting 25% from three, but 54% from the field, averaging 8.3 points, 4.5 rebounds per game, 1.5 assists per game, and about a steal game and half a block a game. And he's really starting to show that he's more of a defensive player. He makes more of an impact defensively, I feel like, more than offensively. And he's another guy that the stats don't show what he does. He's a hustler. He goes for loose balls. He gets in positions to be a slasher, attack the rim, and he's kind of 6'4", 202 pounds. He's kind of a big boy, and like a thick boy, not a big boy, but like he's a guy that also his PER is 16 on the season. That when he's on the floor, the team's just better with Bruce Brown Jr. And the ball's moving better, and he's just another guy that he's a good role player for a championship team. The third guy I want to talk about is Nicolas Claxton. He is a man out of Georgia. He's in his second season. He was the first pick in the second round in the 2019 NBA draft. And this second season, he's really had an increase in minutes, and of recent, because of all the moves, he has been put into the lineup and into the rotation, and he has done a phenomenal job. He's been averaging 19 minutes and getting 8.7 points per game, shooting 61% from the field and 25% from three, getting about 5 rebounds, dishing out an assist, grabbing a steal game, and 1.5 blocks per game. And the more impressive part is what he's done in the past 10 games in 21 minutes per night, shooting 57% from the field, 33% from three, grabbing about 5.5 rebounds, assist a game, and still a block and a half, and almost a steal game, where he just shows he's this high energy guy who comes in, grabs boards, blocks shots, is a good rim runner, can play above the rim, can finish the lobs, and basically he's just a great guy to have for 15-20 minutes to come in, be a good block shocker, provide some good post defense, and he knows what he's good at and he knows what he's bad at, and he just tries to exemplify and try to get as many touches in the best possible situation where he has his best strengths to play at his advantage. It's great to watch that. The fourth guy is Landry Shamet. Landry Shamet has been averaging 20 minutes a night for them, shooting 37% from the three-point line, but 39% from the field, and only getting about 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, half a steal, and barely zero point 0.1 blocks per game. And for a guy this year, this is actually his worst year shooting, first time ever shooting below 40% from the field in a season, and he's a 39% career three-point shooter. Landry Shamet is really just a shooter. He's not going to provide anything for defense for them, but when he does come on fire, he comes on fire. Like this past game against the Charlotte Hornets, he shot 71% from the three-point line and scored 17 points. He's just a really good volume three-point scorer, and he's a guy that if Jeff Green, Bruce Brown, not Nicolas Claxton, but Joe Harris, or one of the guys, or Tyler Johnson, or Timothe Luwaala Cabarro, are having a struggling night, they can just keep switching their players, basically because they all either play shooting guard or small forward or power forward. They're all interchangeable in this position for the most part, and they are able to, if one guy's struggling shooting, they put in the next guy and he starts shooting, and if he's shooting well, he stays in, and if the bad guy doesn't pick up his shooting in the game, he just sits out for the rest of the game. And it's just a great thing that they have. And we see that with Tyler Johnson dropped 15 points against the Hornets, shot 5 from 7 from the 3-point line, and it was fun to watch. It really was fun to watch. I pulled up Tyler Johnson on ESPN, and they pulled up the football Tyler Johnson, which is kind of funny. But on the season, Tyler Johnson's only getting about 17 minutes a night, shooting 35% from 3, under 40% from the field. But he's another guy similar to Landry Shamet. He's more of a Kroger version of Landry Shamet, just coming in and just volume scoring. If one of the guys not hitting their shot, put Tyler Johnson, hopefully he hits his shot. Timothe Luwaala, I think, is one of their best defenders off the bench. He's a lengthy guy. He's 6'7". He's been in the league for so long now. It's been... Basically, this is his 5th year in the NBA, and this is his 4th team. And yeah, so it's cool. He's playing his most minutes a night, 19 minutes is a career high. He's getting 6.8 points per night, shooting 33%. His percentages aren't the best. 2.5 rebounds per night, 1.2 assists. He had a quiet game against the Hornets, and he's been having quiet games, but he's really more of a defensive guy. Yeah, his PER is 8.8. But he's a guy who can develop, and they could probably sign long-term for cheap, and they'll really benefit from it. But that's it for me today, guys. I want to hear your opinions of the Brooklyn Nets down below.